the first set of the day built and set up. Very simple, very quick set. Just my normal stuff. Some of those pillow feathers, polyfill, squirrel fur hanging up there in the back. Of course, my lures, my lead-in scent, and then just some simple brush covering it. It's just a normal wash out here, but it's this is one of those areas that you can just tell it's gonna have some cats, some foxes, and some other wildlife. So I just decided to stick a trap in there and see what it gives me. Alright guys, well, it's the third check of the day. I only have 5 traps out. I was trying to get more of that out yesterday, just didn't have the energy, and I was running out of daylight quick, so I got the 5 out in the best spots I could find. Checking the traps again today. Got a door down on the 3rd cage, so just halfway through the line here. And we ended up catching a little kit fox. I was hoping for a cat. I think that'd be an incredible start to this line, but no, just a little kitty, little kit fox. Which this area I was totally expecting a kit fox. I mean, this is 100% kit fox territory. I generally don't keep kit foxes. I kept the first 1 or 2 because I was just, fascinated by their colors. And just kept the fur, but there's 2 reasons I'm not going to keep this one. 1, because I'm sure I'm going to catch more, so I can decide then if I want to keep one. And then 2, I don't really need him. He's kind of small anyway, so I'm going to go ahead and let him go and see him run off for you guys. Alright, let's see. There he goes. Little kit fox. That's really cool. How's it going, guys? The 9th of February. I'm getting my trap and stuff out of the back of this truck here. I actually got a door down. Ended up catching a nice bobcat here on this new line. It's only been the 2nd day in an area I've never come out and trapped. I found this beautiful wash just 2 days ago, right here, nice and big, which of course not my favorite in a lot of ways, because there's a tendency for people to sometimes, drive their 4-wheelers, dirt bikes, and ATVs on there. But these washes, as trappers will know, often have a lot of potential for catches. And yeah, today caught the first cat on this line, just 2 days in, so happy about that. And super excited to catch my first cat here. A lot of times when I'm thinking about my cat trapping, I'm wondering if it's just, the locations that I already know of. That's why I've been able to catch the cats. But, going out to a completely new area and having to find sets of my own has really, I think, challenged my ability to cat trap. So I'm super excited about that. This one is almost certainly a tom, but definitely a keeper cat. So we're gonna go ahead, get him taken care of. Yeah, again on this trap, not anything too dangerous. I didn't want to put a cage somewhere over there in the main wash, in the middle of the wash, just for fear that somebody might easily see it when they're dirt biking, or maybe target shooting out here or whatever that people do. So I kind of put it a little bit further to the side, hit it a little bit more to hopefully limit some of that. But just seeing this wash, even though there's a risk that it could be stolen and seen, seeing this wash and knowing that it's got a great potential to catch cats is the reason I put this cage here. So super excited for cat number 16 for the year. Alright, so here's the remake on that set. Got the cat dispatched. This is a beautiful bobcat, nice sized tom, and just really good spots all around on this cat. And yeah, just a simple remake. This is exactly how it looked when I set it the first time. A little bit of that squirrel tail, and then some feathers right there. So happy about that set. We're gonna go ahead, head down the line, and see you then. Just a few traps later, we got another door down and a little bit different. We actually caught a little kit fox, and of course those are always fun to catch. This is my 2nd one in 2 days, so that's pretty cool. You just got that bobcat and a little kit fox here. He's a little nippy. He's definitely curious. Very, very beautiful animals. These kit fox, just absolutely awesome. I just love their fur and just love the look of them. Of course, they're not going to bring anything on the market. But again, just like bobcats, they need to be managed too, so that other animals can have a fair shake at it. So I might be taking this one. I let one go just the other day, so I'll probably take this one and try to, skin him out, use his skull, do the whole thing there with this one. But again, just a really cool catch. This spot is the first spot I actually set over here when I was setting this line. Just runs down this wash pretty simply. A whole bunch of flat desert country that eventually this wash will lead to some mountains, but it just kind of cuts its way through this little valley here, and it's a great travel way for all sorts of critters. How's it going, guys? The 10th of February, we got another door down and another catch. We got bobcat number 17. It looks like another nice sized cat. I've been really pleased with how this line has produced so far. I've had this line up for about 3 days now. Put it up on Friday, now it's Monday. This specific cage I actually put out on Saturday, so I did love the cage set from the moment I set it up, because I came down this wash just checking it out. I always like to walk the washes and see what they're about, see if there's any sign or if I like the look of the wash in general. And I did, and then I noticed that there was a secondary wash right beside it. So I decided to put this cage here right in the middle so that the bobcat could have an easy way to, whether he's coming from here or from there, to look at the cage trap and end up getting caught. That's what happened here, so awesome catch for cat number 17 for the year. I'm going to keep this one almost assuredly. Just the size of it looks really nice. Right, guys, got this made. The cat is a nice, beautiful tom. Got the tag on her, of course, on him, of course. And just a really, really pretty belly. You can tell it's a tom. And yeah, again, I think the MVP here is just the location. I mean, really, having locations is so vital. Making sure you place the cage in the spot where the cat's going to follow. And then the rest is downhill from there. I just threw a few sticks of lure in there to redo it. That's what I've been doing, and it has been working. Got that squirrel tail up in there. Some polyfill, pillow feathers. And a little bit of that the piece of helium balloon, but otherwise, other than that, just a very simple set. And those are the kinds that I love. They just, they catch the cats, and you can get back on the line after you remake the set. So just an awesome overall deal. I'm gonna go ahead and put a little more brush on the side of this cage here and then head down the line, and we'll see you then. How's it going, guys? The 11th of February, got another door down. Man, we're on a kind of a hot stretch, so I'm trying to soak it in as much as possible. I know it might not always, and it's probably not always going to be like this, but you got to savor the moments when you get them. This is the third day in a row that I've caught a bobcat. So this one here, I'm pretty sure I'm going to keep this one as well. It does fill the cage up quite nicely. I'm probably going to keep this one. And yeah, not exactly what I was expecting, but super thrilled. So we're gonna take care of him, and we'll see you then. How's it going, guys? Another door down on the 11th of February. Got another cat. This is pretty crazy, guys. We've been for most of this season kind of struggling to catch anything, and now I've just been catching cat after cat after cat. So this is the fourth in 4 days. So that's a nice little streak we got going there. Hopefully we can keep that one up. This one might be a release, but this is cat number 19 for the season. So that's really something that's awesome. Here's the cat. It does look like it might be small, so we'll have to figure out what I'm gonna do with this one. Cat number 19 for the season. This is the second cat I've caught in this cage. I showed you the location prior. There's two washes here that kind of intersect, and yeah, just put the cage here in the middle. And yeah, ended up with a nice sized number 19 bobcat for the year. And that cat, there she goes. And she got out of there in a hurry. That cat just had a nasty looking belly on it. So for that reason, I'll let her go. Let her produce some more cats. Let her, benefit the population in that way. And I'm completely happy about doing that because, it's not going to do me much good having a 13-pound bobcat that's going to hit 34 inches barely. With that castity belly, I think it'll do much better helping the population. How's it going, guys? The 12th of February, I got another door down and I caught something else. So here's actually my double door cage trap. Haven't caught a whole lot in this one of late, but I set it out in this new spot here in this new line I've been working with. And just kind of made it a simple walkthrough set. You kind of have to go through there if you want to, continue walking down this wash. So I just set it there and, figured I'd see what I can get. And what do you know? I got number 9 in terms of these kit fox. So been catching a whole bunch of these in this new area. We're gonna go ahead and probably take this one out and we're gonna use him. And this is just the first trap of the day, so we got a whole lot more to go. So excited about that. So without further ado, let's get that taken care of and we'll see you then. How's it going, guys? The 13th of February, got a door down and we got something different. It's been a while since I caught a badger, maybe 2 or 3 years. But that's kind of what you get when you're in these flatter type areas. I've caught some in rockier areas, but specifically in these flatter areas, you're gonna catch more badgers, more kit fox, that kind of thing. And that's pretty cool. That's the first badger for the year. Decent sized looking badger. Lots of pretty colors on this one. And he is none too happy to be in here. I'll tell you that much. Look at that guy. He is mean. Look at those claws. All right. Anyway, we're gonna take care of him. I'm sure there's plenty more out here, and just like bobcats, just like rabbits, just like deer, just like anything else, gotta make sure there's a healthy population. And I think taking 1 or 2 out of the system probably a good thing. So with that said, I will probably take this badger home with us, and just a beautiful animal. Just, something that people don't get to see too often. And just one of the benefits of trapping. Alright, guys, just got that badger taken care of. And we got something else. I'm pretty excited about this one. It's pretty significant for a few reasons. So we ended up catching cat number 20, a good sized cat looking like a tom with that kind of beard. The reason that this is so significant is it's cat number 20 for me. So that's pretty awesome. Beginning the season with 7 cats into mid-January there, I just did not think 20 cats was going to be a possibility. Now 30 is a possibility, which is absolutely insane. I'm not going to be, trying to go too far, but I'm not trying to get too greedy here, but super thankful for what I've been able to accomplish, what I've been blessed with, for sure. Cat number 20 for the year, folks. How we doing, guys? I am out here on the line. It's the 18th of February. Got a door down, and we caught something a little different. Yeah, we caught a coyote, and the cool thing about this is, catching coyotes in cage traps is not the easiest thing to do. Finally caught one, and, that's really cool. Of course, these animals cause a lot of destruction and havoc in domestic rural areas, and there's just a whole lot of them out here. That's actually the first one I've caught here in this cage trap. Just hard to catch, as I said, but always a cool thing when you end up catching one of these guys. So we're going to go take care of him. I think it is a female, actually, but, super blessed to have one of these guys in the trap. So pretty cool catch for the first coyote of the year. And something I want to say is, for the last 2 or 3 years, I've caught maybe 1 or 2 coyotes in cages. It's kind of becoming a reoccurring theme, if you will. But, they're not easy to catch in cage traps. Any trapper will tell you, if you're actually trying to go for them, you're probably not going to catch them in cage traps unless they're just super domesticated, almost like a dog. Coyote, but you know, they're smart animals. They try to avoid the metal and stuff like that. But catching one is always, you know, super special. Alrighty guys, got the set made. The coyote dispatched. That's the first time this year that I've had to say that. Nice looking female coyote. Obviously the desert coyotes are not going to have the kind of fur people from Montana, Minnesota, even Nebraska or something like that are going to see. But, you know, not a bad looking desert coyote. I do a little bit of shedding at this time. That's kind of when canines are going to shed, you know, this February, April time period, especially down here in the desert. Just a beautiful desert spot out here. You can see all the saguaros, this really awesome looking saguaro, really tall one. So overall pleased with how this turned out, and we're gonna go ahead and get down the line and see if we catch something else. How's it going, guys? Out here on the line, the 24th of February, so the season is winding down, but we're still making a few catches, doing what we can to have a good end to the season. So here's what we got. Got the 13th gray fox for the year for me, which is a new high by a lot. I think the last time I caught a lot of gray foxes, I had, I think, 8 catches and 6 keepers. So this is by far the most gray foxes I've ever had in a season, especially in a season where, you know, the cats, maybe not the most I've ever gotten. I've only caught 20 this year, kept 16 of those. So pretty looking little gray fox. I definitely am happy to see him in here. If it's not a cat, probably the next best thing is, you know, a gray fox or something rare, you know, like a ringtail or something, but I'll take him every day of the week. So awesome to catch one of these guys. We're gonna get him dispatched. I actually just caught one. I took that guy as well. So this is the second gray fox I kept. This location is an interesting one. Like I said it a few days ago. I actually said it 3 days ago, and it's not caught anything besides this guy. It's the first thing it's caught, but it's been a great location for me because just seeing this rock structure like this, you know it's going to produce animals, whether that be ringtails, bobcats, or gray fox like this one here. I love the rock structure. That's one thing. Then a little trail on the side of these rocks here leads straight to where my cage is at. The trail goes back over there through the bushes and whatnot, and just some beautiful country out here all together. So fantastic location, and super happy to catch something at it before the season's over. So how's it going, guys? It is the 26th of February. We've got a door down, got a cat here on the line. The season is winding down. This is a 21st catch for the year. Still figuring out what I'm gonna do with this one. A little bit of different circumstances. I just got bit by a fox in the last check, and obviously not the most ideal situation there. I'm gonna have to get out of here quickly. Here's kind of what's going on here. It's just a little bite. I've gotten scratched and bit like that before by like cats and smaller animals, rabbits, whatever. But you know, fox are known to have rabies, so I'm gonna try to do what I can. I already washed it out the best I could on the line here, but I'm gonna get out of here as soon as possible and hopefully get into the hospital and get this whole situation sorted out. Anyway, nice looking cat right here, the 21st cat for the year. Good looking bobcat. I expect it to be a female, but no doubt decent looking bobcat. I might let it go if it doesn't have the right kind of belly that I'm looking at, just maybe a little yellow or whatnot, but beautiful cat nonetheless. So we're gonna go figure out what I'll do with this one, and I'll see you then. This is actually a cage I had stolen earlier on in the year, not the cage specifically, but the set. I went back and put this lock on it because I had caught 2 cats before it got stolen, so I knew this was a good spot. Haven't had any issues so far, so pretty much just simple wash here, a little bit of brush on top of the cage, and yeah, a little Y in the wash here to complete the good looking set. So happy about this location. It's really produced for me over the years, and it's done it again with cat number 21. All right, so we're gonna get him or her taken care of and we'll see you then. How's it going, guys? The last trap check of the 2024-2025 trapping season. We actually got something crazy. This is the actual last trap I'm checking until November. So crazy, you know, you just never know, and nobody's promised tomorrow. So actually I do not know if I'll be trapping next year. Definitely plan on it, but you just never know. So for now, the last catch of the season, pretty awesome. I've never caught something on the last last cage check of the line on the last day. So something new for me, but also something awesome, and let's go check it out. All right, guys, it is a coyote. So something far more rare than a bobcat or a fox or even badger, honestly. But this is the second one this year. So what a way to end the season. End it with a catch and end it with a rarity in these cage traps. So very cool with this one. A little scrawny in terms of the fur and all that, but just what a catch. The last trap check of the year. So I'm gonna get him taken care of, and we'll see you then. Alright, guys, well, that's just about gonna do it for this year. Caught, like I was saying, 21 cats, kept 17 of those. Caught 28 gray fox, 28 foxes, 17 gray, 11 kid foxes. Got a badger, a pair of coyotes, a few rabbits here or there, let those go. Overall, a great season, super blessed this year with that, and you know, I'm excited to get in the fur shed, get to work, and get ready for the sale coming up here in a few weeks now. So, you know, the work's not stopping quite yet, but I'm excited to get into the off season, start planning a little bit more, get working on school, working on other stuff, and it's been a great season, super blessed. And anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys haven't already, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Like the video if you haven't already. Really appreciate that when you guys do that. Anyway, you guys take care. I mean, catch you guys down the line.